The New Order, Last Days of Europe. This mod is so good, I could probably make a half-decent video just reading its events with no additional commentary added, but where's really the fun in that? The events are already there for you to read. Of course, I know you would love to hear me read them instead, but I like to spice things up a little. So today I invite you to join me in America as we play as the USA in TNO. Me and you on an adventure. I promise this time there'll be no Ronald Reagan world conquest or cat girls destroying reality, but I promise that things may get interesting. Maybe not specifically now, maybe not in this small video, but maybe as things go on, if they go on, we could have quite the fun time here in America. There's some wholesome politicians that I've never quite had the chance to play as. There's a lot of stuff I haven't yet done that's already in the game. But then again, there's a lot of stuff that TNO hasn't quite set out for us yet. Ideas that are just waiting to be fleshed out. So here we go. The United States of America under Richard Nixon in 1962. Canada is shackled to her southern neighbor, us. Forced to be friends with us, kind of cute. Freedom, yeah, our catchphrase. The most interesting thing, though, about playing as America is our economy. We have not one of the best, but the best economy in the world. So even if we did a lot of stupid things, we probably wouldn't even fall down to second place within the scope of the game. But I think we should do our best to nurture and grow this economy, because it will come in handy in the future when certain events take center stage. What we'll want to do is we want minimum military spending. There's no real point in this mod of funding the military for now. In regular TNO, you wouldn't ever even use the military, so there would never be a point of even caring about this if you're playing as the US or Japan or someone who will never get into an actual conflict that they don't automatically win. And then we'll set civilian spending to the max because we don't want a surplus. A surplus is kind of pointless. If we have a surplus, we're not growing. I know it's kind of weird. Having a surplus seems like a good thing, paying off the debt, but no, that's not how you make money. I would know. I'm a great economist, and we don't need many military factories. What we really need are civilian factories so that we can start getting army base and administrative offices up to the required levels. I like this. This looks kind of cool. I don't think I should mess around with it though. It's probably kind of dangerous. And we've begun our campaign for the NPP, and we've also been increasing our popularity by utilizing the CIA. I don't know why the CIA is working for a party that's not currently in power, but I'm sure there's some in-game lore that'll explain it. To get our wholesome leader, I think we need to crack down on the movement. You know, Richard Nixon cracking down on this progressive movement, sure to upset some people, some very wholesome people. Yeah, time to start utilizing the CIA though. There's so much that we can do with the CIA. It's pretty great, honestly. I think we're gonna go protect American business interests in Mexico. Allocate some money, increase our chance of success. Yeah, that's good. We'll be doing a lot with the CIA this playthrough. They'll come in handy for tasks that we will be completing in the far future. We're also kind of helping this Japanese rebellion, but I'm kind of sidetracked with other things. And they're communist after all, and the Red Scare still happened in this timeline. But I guess they're fighting the people who own Hawaii, so we probably should be nice. And I guess for people confused maybe about what's going on here with Nixon being president and Kennedy being vice president and the party we're playing as being the NPP and not either the Republicans or the Democrats. In TNO, the Republicans and the Democrats merged into one party, and then the NPP is kind of the radical party, which includes both ends of the political spectrum. You have the center NPP, the far right NPP, the Yankees, and the left NPP. And these guys really hold no power. right now. And we're guaranteed to pick up a lot of seats in this first election. Republicans and Democrats hold most of the seats right now, so they have to defend a ton of seats, and we only have to defend 4 or 5 seats, so we're very likely to keep all the seats we have, and then we're making all the elections close elsewhere. Alabama is the only state that has 2 senators from the NPP, and both in the NPP far right, which is not the part of the NPP we want in power today. Seeing Nixon, this guy, he's gonna convince the Senate to pass this civil rights bill, only so that he can veto it. That's his scheme. Unfortunately for him, it's only going to embolden the other side, to say the least. Brazil won the World Cup, the triumvirate has dissolved, and Nixon is about ready to do his gamer move. So yep, Nixon activated his trap card, and the NPP is shifting to the left. I'm sure even his vice president isn't going to be very happy. And Che Guevara has been released. We may be seeing him in the future, I can say that. It's a definite possibility. And we're investing in India. Soon enough, we'll be able to increase our own GDP growth through this too, which is very nice. India may join the OFN later on, but not for quite a while. And usually never in normal TNO. And it's time for a quick little battle to restore democracy. We will muster some forces to go invade over there. And we've managed to win this controversial tanks-only naval invasion. And we didn't have the perfect Senate run, but we picked up quite a few seats, so that's nice. There's much more of a mix-up in Congress, even though they still hold a decent majority. These guys aren't doing so well though. When I was playing as Japan, the Americans shipped tanks over here and completely destroyed me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm just an incompetent leader. I'm not using the CIA to its full potential yet, I guess we can say. We'll figure it out eventually though. First, we just have to keep using the CIA to become more popular. I'm actually gonna increase the budget quite a bit. We have a lot of money. 130 million should get us through 1963. I would say so. It's gonna be a kind of crazy year though, considering some of the scandalous things Nixon is gonna get up to. You think vetoing the bill was his only crazy scheme? No, not quite. Now we can fail to successfully deal with another conflict. Don't even know which side we're helping. I don't know if we want any of those sides to win. Now here it is. It's this focus here that'll let us give them a volunteer so we can send a tank over there and win the entire war. And I was looking at Madagascar too soon because this side becomes an OFN mandate, so now we have a side to fight for. So we got here just in time. They were down to 1 city and they got encircled, but maybe with this tank we can save them, maybe. Or maybe not. We may be too late. Well, he gave it the good old Rambler try in Malaya, but it was yet another Nixon blunder. And now he's watching red lights blink on and off. I think this might be the downfall of Richard Nixon, guys. We might need to start looking for the next leader of this fine country. And they found the tapes now. Of course, another classic Nixon failure. And Jamaica wants an independence referendum. That doesn't sound like something Nixon would want, so no. Oh wait, Jamaica isn't even part of our territory. It's just part of the West Indies Federation, which, oh, I guess it's a client state of ours. So I guess it's kind of part of us. They're not as free as Belize or anything. Okay, it's time to start bribing people. It's time to start the propaganda. We're not gonna let them become independent. Well, we'll let them become independent. We'll just make it so they don't want to become independent. We'll give them a good reason to stay with Nixon and America by using blackmail. And Jamaica stays in the West Indies Federation. That's what I like to see. Now we'll build a lot of prisons, because if there's one thing Richard Nixon loves is nice prisons. We'll build an especially nice one here in DC for when we eventually get thrown in prison for the wiretap things. Okay, so now we're protecting South Africa. They weren't in the OFN, but they're in dire need of our support. Should be fine. We'll do some decisions to help them, and then, and we are able to send a volunteer too. Well, things initially didn't go so well, but they are taking a lot of attrition, so as long as we can hold on, they will fall eventually. We'll also start spreading our message back home, just so that the people will support this. Otherwise, we might have other problems that arise. We also, of course, got the new focus tree for dealing with South Africa, and we've started this next election cycle, playing as the NPP again. Anyways, we're slowly getting pushed back, but time is on our side, so we just need to hold on for as long as possible. We have another conflict to deal with too. But yeah, I think that's where we'll call it for this first part. We'll definitely be continuing this, and I'll see you all next time.